What's going on? Carlos Vasquez, Miami marketer here, and I'm recording this video because I wanted to kind of just give you my take on why I decided to take HighLevel serious, add it to my arsenal, and not necessarily just to be a tool for my business and just to kind of brag about its functions, but how it's been a great addition to add to my business model regarding a new revenue stream. A quick little background on me so you can know where I'm coming from. I started my professional aspect of digital marketing back in 2003. And it all started when I volunteered to do the morning show website here in Miami. And one specific function of the show was we did a bunch of prank calls to people. And when we decided to go political with it, when we prank called the president of Argentina, president of Venezuela, and then we also we prank called the late dictator Fidel Castro. The show ended up becoming infamous, or not infamous, but it was fun because we were known worldwide. The call was heard around the world, and with that said, I ended up building my first funnel for the call. And the call, if you heard about the call, you wanted to hear the call, you had to go. We didn't have YouTube at the time, and if you wanted to hear the call, what I did was I built a funnel. I went to hotscripts.com, grabbed some code, put together this little email capture system to automatically email the real player link. And what ended up happening was that you get to hear the call. But I ended up building this massive list of over 250,000 email addresses. Now, because of that, the radio station saw the opportunity. So then I was responsible for building the website for the station, for the show. I was also responsible for basically creating whatever we can monetize, so that way they can sell it to their clients. And because of this, I was exposed to different tools, and I was able to learn and build campaigns for companies like Coca-Cola, Universal, Disney, Carnival Cruise Line, a ton of companies that had deep pockets and they could afford access to all these tools. So I was able to learn a lot of these different strategies. Now, fast forward, the software became really affordable. I would say like maybe 2015, it started exposing like the smaller businesses that didn't have the deep budgets to have access to the same strategies and the same tools to complete these cool little strategies, funnels, marketing automation, so on and so forth. So because of my experience with all these other campaigns, I was able to hit the ground running with a lot of these systems. Like for example, ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels was a game changer for me. I want to say that because of ClickFunnels and ActiveCampaign and Infusionsoft, it took my whole career to a whole different level because I was able to leave a full-time paying job and I went off on my own completely. Very scary experience, but it's working out so far. It was phenomenal. I'm glad that I was able to be there at the right time and learn the skill set. I became a certified partner for Infusionsoft. I became a certified partner for ActiveCampaign. I never became a certified partner for ClickFunnels because at the time of that, you'd have to fly to Boise, Idaho. And I was like, man, I'm not going to go to Boise, Idaho to get a certification. And it was like a $10,000 investment. And I was like, man, it's not worth it. Besides, not having the certification, it didn't impact me in a negative way. People still wanted to work with me. So, I mean, when you have a skill set, people recognize it and they'll do business with you. But I digress. So being exposed to these different tools and strategies, I've had people come to me and ask me, if I can build their funnels, their marketing automation, their webinars, their booking systems, whatever. And I've always been exposed to different pieces of software. I've heard about, hey, this is the next ClickFunnels killer. This is the next game changer, whatever. And HighLevel was amongst one of those. And someone introduced it to me. And I heard about HighLevel. They showed me HighLevel. And quite frankly, I was unimpressed. Yeah, it had cool things, but I felt that HighLevel was very much like, oh, we could do this, we could do that. In fact, ClickFunnels tried to do something similar. We could do this, we could do that, we could do this, we could do that. And then I was like, well, ClickFunnels did it, they failed. This is just history repeating itself. So I dismissed HighLevel. But once in a while, I would get clients that says, "Hey, Carlos, can you build my funnel in HighLevel? Can you go ahead and can you set up my automations with HighLevel? Can you do this with HighLevel?" So I said, "Sure." I mean, honestly, when you've worked with so many different softwares that basically do the same thing, they all follow the same fundamentals and principles. It's just a matter of figuring out how that particular software does it. So I was able to get exposure to HighLevel through my clients' accounts, and I was playing with it. And then I would always see that they were always adding some new functionality every time I got a client that reintroduced HighLevel to me. So I said, you know what, let me go ahead and start taking HighLevel a little bit more serious. And I subscribed, I took the plunge, and ever since I signed up, it's been impressive. It's been impressive, and I can't help but feel like they've built a really good, strong structure of a software. And I don't know what they've done, but a lot of the features, they're ready for prime time. They're ready for sales. And there's so many different components that HighLevel includes that it's more about trying to help your customer close and grow versus, hey, here you go. Here's just a landing page builder. Oh, hey, here's just some automations that can do this. This is more like, okay, we're gonna put it's more like a holistic approach, the way I see it. HighLevel is more like, listen, we know you want to close more deals. So number one, we're gonna give you what you need to capture someone's information, send them the message, and then try to get their money so you can get the sale. All right. And most importantly, we're gonna give you the ability to track those stats. Oh, you do Facebook ads? We connect right to Facebook ads so you can be able to track where the person came from and then where that journey, what that journey looks like for them. Now they have the ability to, actually not now, they've had it for a while. I just recently got exposed to it. They have the ability to go ahead and you can see the calendar reporting. And you can actually, like, when you have your appointment set, you can mark as no showed, confirmed, whatever. And now there's a report, so that way you can see how good your show up rate is for your calendar appointments. You can also connect it to Twilio, so that way not only can you do outbound texting, but Twilio gives you the voice over IP function, so you can call within the platform, and then that phone call, that activity is saved in that contact's information, so you have all the history there. Now, what if you want to streamline the communications? Well, you've got email, right? That's one. You can actually send the email from HighLevel, and it'll send the email to them. If you have Gmail, it'll log into your Gmail and send the email from your actual Gmail account. Very great strategy for cold email outreach, or even warmish outreach, right? Now, you have email, then you have outbound and ingoing texting. So you can do two-way texting right from within the platform. So that's huge. You can, if you have Facebook Messenger connected to it, you can actually communicate right in there, and it's Facebook Messenger also. And now they just, like, at the time of this recording, they just released the whole Google My Business messaging component, two-way. So it's a fantastic. And recently, maybe a few weeks ago, they introduced web chat. So if you put your web chat on your different your web chat code on different websites, now this is another way to get people into your system. So that's amazing because you're able to streamline a lot of the communication, so that way you don't go crazy. But the best part is, when you have the conversation with your clients, you can provide this power to your clients at no extra cost for you. And that's why I decided, wow, man, I can do all these different things. My client doesn't care about the software. They just care about the results. That's just, at the end of the day, that's all it is. And if I can provide these additional layers of attracting people, capturing people, and trying to close them, and I don't have to pay anything extra, but I can charge extra for this, that's great for my bottom line, because I'm not going crazy into trying to get another software, trying to sell them on a software, have them subscribe to the software. I try to do the way where I'd buy the software and then I'd put the code so that way they can do it. But then if they don't pay, then I'm stuck with this payment, whatever. That was a headache. And the other one was, hey, why don't you subscribe to it? Give me the login name so I can go ahead and do this. And then what ends up happening is that they probably like sync it with their Google Mail, and I can't log into it. It was another headache. HighLevel gives me the ability to just, it's under my sub account. I can access whatever. I can do everything right in there. And I can disable features, enable features, so I have more control. So I have the ability to upsell them on different services. And the best part is, it's just one flat rate. It's just one flat rate for me. At first, looking from, far, outside in, it feels like, wow, I'm at the pro level. I subscribe to the pro level because it's a SaaS version. And $497, it sounds crazy to subscribe to software. But when you're selling the software to other people for $100 a month, and you don't have to do anything extra because of the software, like the software is standalone, it does its own thing. Like they may not even have to talk to you at all, and you're making money from that. And the software is pretty good. Like it's really good. I'm impressed with it, and I can white label the subdomain, the name of it, so that way it looks like it's my software, and it connects to Stripe. Oh, and let me tell you this: I'm also on the Thinkific Expert Directory. But there are some people that don't need all the bells and whistles of these info products. HighLevel gives you the ability to host the content right inside of HighLevel, and you can actually upload the video right in HighLevel as well, and person can keep track of their progress. Like they can complete assignments. So there's so many different things that HighLevel does. I don't have enough time to go through all of the features, but I learned out of doing these different things out of all these years. Number one, it's very hard to find a software you can count on, and once you find it, you don't want to just easily jump to somewhere else. I like to rapidly test different things, but HighLevel, I gave it some time before I took the plunge. I gladly took the plunge, and I'm so excited for what's to come. In fact, I started adopting a new approach for my sales, and that is just focusing on the software first to introduce people to how to complete specific things. I have a lot of sales conversation. I get a lot of referrals, and just adding HighLevel as like a part of like the conversation. Hey, how are you when people go to your website? Are you able to capture the leads that are going in there? And they're like, no. I said, look, let me put this little web chat on there, and I want to show you something. And then I just set them up with like a little pipeline feature, and then web chats, and people start messaging, and then they get excited. And then I connect it to their Facebook Messenger, and then it kind of just builds from there. And then I can start showing them the automation aspect, info products, and I don't pay anything extra to add more sub accounts. So I highly recommend it. If you want to add a new revenue stream and you want to simplify the tools for your client, HighLevel is a great addition to your arsenal, because it'll give you what you need to create a new revenue stream. And if you build all of the snapshots up front, you're able to basically push out entire build outs in a matter of seconds. So that way you can minimize your build out phases for your clients. So you can focus more on just connecting the stuff together and just sending it out to them. And it makes you look like a rock star, when the reality is that HighLevel gives you the ability to clone a bunch of things you've already created for other people. You just got to tweak it to be perfect for that particular client. And if you're like a one-man show or one-woman show, they have additional add-ons like the white label support, and that way that if a client needs to have their questions answered, the white label support allows HighLevel team to provide support to your client. So that way, that's one less thing you have to worry about. So there's a bunch of different things that HighLevel offers that I don't have enough time. This video is kind of long already as it is, but I highly recommend it, and that's why I decided to add HighLevel to my arsenal. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and I'm happy to answer them.